Hi everybody, I welcome you all to Sukh Vibes. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that will help you to solve the numerical questions within just few seconds, and that also correctly. Without wasting any time, let's begin. Under the numerical questions, we have 35 questions. If you have watched my previous video, part 1, here I have discussed half of the questions. So 17 questions have been already discussed, and these questions are related to speeds and braking distances. If you have not watched these videos, please go and watch. And in this video, we are going to discuss parking distances, mass, load projection, and some other questions which you just need to cram. Or we can say they don't fall into some categories, so I just put them as other questions. Okay, so let's begin the journey. Parking distance tricks. In order to learn the parking distances, what we have to learn. Here you can see, let me grab my point. Okay, so here we are having the parking situation and here is the distance. I have put these entries in such a way that you can see the increasing order. So 3, 5, 10, 15, addition of 5, 5, 5. And these St. Andrews Cross, 5, 50. Okay, so these are the distances. Let's consider now the parking situations. Parking on right hand edge. So the distance which you want to have between your vehicle and the solid line boundary if you want to park on the right hand edge is 3 meter. Parking before pedestrian crossing 5. Parking before traffic lights 10 meter. Parking before or after bus or tram stop sign 15 meter. So you just have to add 5, 5, 5. Remember PTB, pedestrian, traffic lights, before or after bus or tram stop sign. So you just have to add 5, 5, 5. This is the odd one out that you have to learn as such. And St. Andrews Cross. St. Andrews Cross are the crosses that you always see on the railway crossing. Whenever you are parking inside the city, it is 5. And whenever you are parking outside the city, it should be 50 meter. Clear? So let's begin the question. Starting with the very first question, you want to park on the right-hand side edge of the carriageway. How big is the mandatory minimum distance between your vehicle and the solid lane boundary line? We have already seen the table. So there is no hard and fast rule how it is 3 meter. It is there in the rules and you have to remember as such. It is 3 meter. What is the minimum distance you must leave clear when stopping or parking in front of a pedestrian crossing? Pedestrian crossing, if you know Hindi, P for pedestrian, P for panch. It should be 5 meter. So the answer is 5 meters. Pedestrian, 5 meter. Coming to the next question. What is the minimum distance a vehicle must leave clear in front of traffic lights if the traffic lights would be concealed by the vehicle? So the answer is 10 meter. Again, T for 10, T for traffic lights. 10 traffic lights. Pedestrian, 5 meter. Coming to the next question. Up to what distance is it prohibited to park before or after a bus or tram stop sign? So what is the distance which is prohibited? It is 5, 10, additional 5, 15 meter. So in this case, it would be 15 meter. So you can easily remember like, so if you are parking before pedestrian, 5 meter. Traffic lights, 10. Before or after bus or tram stop sign, 15. Easy, right? Because pedestrian, traffic lights, bus or tram stop sign, where you have to go to catch bus or tram, they're all interconnected. And the odd one out was if you want to park your car on the right hand edge of the road. So the distance between your vehicle and the solid lane boundary is 3 meter. Easy, right? Now coming to the St. Andrew Cross questions. You want to park in front of St. Andrew Cross in a built-up area. What is the minimum distance you must leave clear? Do you remember this St. Andrew Cross? And I just tried to click this picture for you. Here we have a railway crossing and these are the St. Andrew Cross. Here I have zoomed into this picture. This is how it looks like. So if you're parking inside a built-up area, it is 5 meter. What is the minimum distance you must leave clear when parking outside a built-up area before a St. Andrew Cross? So when you are parking outside, again, this is St. Andrew Cross. And if you are outside built-up area, it is 50 meter. So for St. Andrew Cross, whenever you are inside, 5 meter. Whenever you are outside, it is 50 meter. So easy, right? Okay, so there comes a parking time question. I have put this question here because it is more or less related to parking. What is the maximum length of time you are allowed to stop at a bus stop, provided you do not present an obstruction to buses? It is 3 minutes. This is also again a rule. Now we have done parking distances and now we are going to do the mass questions. Which traffic sign refers to permissible total mass? So it is very easy to remember. Permissible, so you see the truck sign and then you see the board over here. Yeah, it means these truck sign along with this board, it represents permissible total mass. So the answer is second. Which traffic sign refers to the actual mass, which really represents actual mass? This is first one. In here, in this case, it is 5.5 ton. One, because here it's only a truck symbol. If there is a board, as we have seen before, then it is permissible mass, but this one is the actual mass. Easy, right? Which motor vehicles may freely choose the lane inside built-up areas? So all the motor vehicles with a permissible total mass of up to 3.5 tons. In case your mass is up to 3.5 ton, you can freely choose the lane. Which otherwise, if your mass is more than 3.5 ton, then you have to choose the right-hand lane, which is the lane for the slow-moving vehicles. Up to which permissible total mass may motor vehicles be parked on specially designated footpaths? It's 2.8 tons. So if you see these symbols and your vehicle permissible mass is up to 2.8 tons, then you can park on the designated footpaths. Now coming to the load projection questions. What is the maximum distance a load may project backwards beyond the rear reflectors without a projection marker being necessary? Normally you need a projection marker, but in case if your load projection is only 1 meter, then you need not to have any projection marker. Up to what height is load not allowed to project over the front of the vehicle? So here is the answer. You can see the figure that up to 2.5 load is not allowed to project over the front of the vehicle. And here 2.5 meter refers the height of the vehicle. When must a car with trailer driving outside built-up areas on roads with only one lane for each direction keep a sufficient distance from a car in front so that an overtaking vehicle may pull in? Let us say there is a car A, and then there is a car B, which is carrying the trailer, and there is a car C. This car C wants to overtake the car B with trailer. Now the question is, what should be the ideal distance between the car A and the car B with trailer so that the car C can overtake and pull in? The answer is 7 meter. The answer is 7 meter. Okay, you want to join the motorway. What driving line should you follow? So if you see over here, there's no entry. For line number 2 also, there's no entry. And the only option is line number 3. So driving line number 3, you should join if you want to join a motorway. What is the maximum number of trailers allowed to be towed by a Class B truck? The number of trailers are 1. This you have to learn. I mean, these are cramming questions. You have purchased a 3-year-old car for your own personal use. The vehicle roadworthiness test certificate is new. So you have purchased a 3-year-old car, but it is old one. Just remember that. What is the time limit until the next roadworthiness test must be performed? The time limit is always 24 months if you have purchased a old car. 24 months is the answer. What is the permissible minimum tread depth of the main tread of all your vehicle tires? The minimum tread depth amounts to 1.6 mm. So 1.6. This is a very important question, and this question is mostly asked during your practical exam as well. So the minimum tread depth is basically the depth of the grooves. It should be not less than 1.6 millimeter. If it is less, then your tires are worn out. You should change your tires. Thanks for watching. If you have liked my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. If you're interested in any particular topic, please feel free to write in comment section. Take care. See you next time.